Is your watch strap old and worn out? Or maybe you just want to elevate your watch game and you want to try some new colors and styles without having to buy a whole new watch. Gents, no need to waste time or money going to a jeweler. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to easily change your watch strap. Step number 1, you need the right tools. Here's a quick list of what you need to get started. The spring bar tool, a replacement strap, extra spring bars, and a soft towel. Step number 2, understand your watch anatomy. Now the whole process is going to be a bit easier if you've got a basic understanding of watch terminology. First up, we've got the watch case. This is the container in which the working parts of the watch are encased within. Next up, we've got the watch strap. This is the band that wraps around your wrist. Then we've got the lugs. These are the projections on the watch case that surround and connect to your strap. Spring bar. This is the small metal pin that connects your watch strap to the lugs of the watch. Step number 3, get the right size for your replacement strap. If it's too small, it's just not going to look good with the spring bar poking out like that, and if it's too large, it won't fit at all. Now, watch strap widths are measured in millimeters. The vast majority of watches are going to be between 18 and 22 millimeters, but again, you want to make sure you get the size right. So how to measure? Well, first up, if you've got an old leather strap, oftentimes the size of the strap will be listed on the inside of the band. But if the size isn't listed, or your old band is just made from a different material and doesn't have the measurement, you want to measure your lug width to find the exact right size. So using a ruler, measure the width between the two lugs on one side of your watch. Now you don't want to measure from the outer part of the lug, you want to measure the width in between them. Now in general, you want to get an exact match, especially if you're going for a metal bracelet. That being said, if you get 19 millimeters as your measurement and you can only find a 20 millimeter strap in rubber, you can make it work. It will fit in there. Just understand it's going to fit really close. And that takes us to the general rule. If you're in between sizes, it's always better to go slightly larger instead of too small. Step number 4, set up your workspace. So you want to cover your workspace with a towel and then lay out your watch, strap, spring bar tool, and extra spring bars. So the goal here is to protect your watch from getting scratched, and you want to have something that can catch your spring bars if they decide to fly across the table when you're removing them. Pro tip, use a dark colored towel to make it easy to spot any spring bars that fall out. I also recommend that you have a few extra spring bars on hand in case you lose one. Step number 5, removing the old band. So using your spring bar tool, insert the pronged fork between the band and the lug. Gently apply pressure on the tool, pushing lightly away from the watch. This should compress the spring bar and release the band. This can be tricky, but take your time and don't use brute force. You don't want to damage your watch. Slide the spring bar out of your watch band and set it aside. Now repeat the same process for the other side. Step number 6, install the new band. So take your new watch strap and slide the spring bar through it until an equal amount is peeking through both ends. Fit one end of the spring bar into one of the lug holes. Then use your spring bar tool to compress the other end of the spring bar into the strap. While keeping the pressure on the spring bar, move the watch strap until it is sitting evenly between the lugs, then release the spring bar tool. Wiggle the watch strap until you're sure the spring bar is properly seated in the hole. You should hear or feel a click once each side is in place. Now repeat the same process on the other side of the watch. Remember, work slowly and patiently to avoid scratching your watch. Pro tip, if you love changing out your watch strap and you plan on doing this often, you want to look for straps that have a quick release spring bar built in. I'll tell you, this right here makes it quick and easy to switch out straps without any special tools. Now gents, this process works with your leather, metal, and rubber straps, since they all attach the same way with the spring bar going through the hole in the end of the strap. But what about those fabric straps that don't have holes for the spring bar going through? How do you install those? Well, don't worry gents, I got you covered. Let me show you how. So let's start things off with the NATO strap. I just love this look, and it's relatively easy. First up, you're going to go back and repeat steps 1 through 5 to get started. So it's the same process. You're going to seat one end of the spring bar into the lug hole, then compress the bar with your spring bar tool before releasing it into the other lug hole. You want to make sure everything's secure before you move on to the next step. So now you want to orient your NATO strap so the top of the buckle is pointing the same direction as your watch face. Then slide the long end of the strap through the 12 o'clock spring bar. Pull the strap underneath the watch case until the short end is resting against the spring bar. Then pull the long end up and over the 6 o'clock spring bar. Next up, take the long end of the NATO and pull it through the ring on the short end of the strap. Pull it snug and you are ready to roll. Some companies make spring bars that are slightly bent to accommodate a NATO strap better. Next up, let's talk about Perlon straps. So installing a Perlon strap is even easier. You want to make sure the top of the buckle is facing the same direction as your watch dial. Slide the end of the strap through the 12 o'clock spring bar, then pull it up and through the 6 o'clock spring bar. That's all there is to it, and now you're ready to enjoy this new Perlon strap look. Now gents, at this point you may be wondering, what is the best type of watch strap? Should I go metal? What about leather? Or what about fabric? What is the best option for me? Gentlemen, find out by clicking on this video right here, where I go over in detail each of the watch strap types and which best is going to suit you.